Hi, I'm Julie Marsh, one of the solicitors in the Boys Turner Clinical Negligence team, and today I'm catching up with Vicky from Me2 Club just to talk a little bit more about the charity and how they've been affected during COVID-19. Hi Vicky.
Hi Julie.
Would you like to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Vicky Fisher and I'm one of the activities and volunteers coordinators at the charity Me2 Club.
So can you tell us a bit today about Me2 Club and the work that it does, Vicky?
Yeah, so Me2 Club is a Wokingham and Reading charity, and what we do is we support children with additional needs to attend mainstream after school clubs. So we do this by recruiting and training up volunteers to be like a one-to-one buddy and support them. We're a really unique service and that there's no one else around really that does what we do. And in particular, we don't require a diagnosis of additional needs. It can take families a long time to get a diagnosis. So we appreciate that we can start supporting maybe earlier on when they really need the support. We work with over 100 families each year, and we couldn't do this without our wonderful volunteers. So we're really grateful to have them.
That's great. And what geographical areas do you currently cover?
So it's been a really exciting year for Me2 Club. We started 16 years ago as a Wokingham Borough charity, but this year we've been able to expand into the whole of Reading, which has been a really exciting and big move for us as a charity. We've spent the majority of 16 years building up a really good reputation in the Wokingham Borough and working with families. In particular, I've worked with some children that throughout the years have needed a lot of support, but are now able to attend their activities independently without any help, which is a huge step for them. And that's what we aim to do. And we're really excited that we're now going to be able to deliver that same service in the Reading Borough.
Brilliant. And before the COVID-19 crisis, what type of activities were you typically doing with children and the young adults and families that you support?
So as a charity, we have lots of different parts to the charity, which can be a little bit complex sometimes. But the children that we support have a variety of different needs and often lack confidence to join in with mainstream activities. But yet all they really want is to do the things that their friends are doing and have similar experiences as their peers. So by having the volunteers one-to-one, that enables them to go to their chosen activity. So that could be swimming, gymnastic clubs, any mainstream activity, but without the support of a parent or carer or something like that. So that's sort of our main core service. But there are other things that we do as well to try and increase that confidence and reduce the social isolation for those children. And that's through days and weekends away, which are a really good opportunity for the children to bond with their volunteer a bit more. But we also now run a teenage meetup project, which is a mobile youth club for our teenagers. So we do a lot through the charity.
You do. That's an amazing offering to everybody. And do you offer support to the wider family?
We do, yes. So in addition to everything else, we also run several family events through the year. And that's for the whole family to be invited to, parents, siblings. Many of our families have said it's a really good opportunity for them to come and meet like-minded parents, but for their children to also be in a really safe, non-judgmental and inclusive environment. So that's really beneficial and good fun for all the family. In addition to this, the weekly respite that we provide by the children going to activities with a volunteer is vital, not just for parents to go and get things like their food shopping done or to quickly hoover around the house, but things like one of the siblings we support, he can't watch his favourite TV programme because his brother normally gets really scared by it. But actually when he's swimming with his volunteer, it gives him that opportunity to have time with his parents, but also to watch that show, which might seem quite small, but makes a huge difference for that family. We also have a great community on our social media. We've got a parent forum where we often signpost to different services, provide resources, support, and lots of information on our website too. So there's plenty out there.
Brilliant. And obviously you offer, before COVID-19, you offered quite a lot of one-to-one support, face-to-face support. How have things changed for the charity since COVID-19?
It's been challenging, I'm not going to lie. Supporting remotely is something that not all of our children find particularly easy, particularly as at the moment there is a lot of stress and anxiety around the changes. Their weekly routine has been disrupted. There's also things around shielding and health risks, but also having to learn new roles such as like social distancing is very challenging and can cause a lot of anxiety for some of our children. So there's been that to take into consideration as well when planning our remote sessions. But we have successfully been running weekly online sessions for the children. One specifically aimed at our teenagers, but one also for the younger children as well. It's been really, really good for the teenagers that already started to build up a relationship with the other teenagers we support at our teenage meetups, to continue that relationship and then sort of be less isolated. So it's been really lovely for them to see each other and have a catch up and do an activity. But we've had some really fun sessions. We've played games like bingo, we've been doing scavenger hunts, but also getting some external people in to run exercise classes and things like that. It's been really good fun for everyone to still be in touch.
And how important has technology been in supporting the people that are benefiting from Me2 Club during these current unprecedented times?
We couldn't run the sessions without the use of technology. It's been really vital to what we do. The use of Zoom in particular has been really important for people to not only be able to see each other, but hear each other. And it's the closest thing to face-to-face that we can really get at the moment. But not everyone that we support is able to access Zoom calls, not just because of additional needs mostly that they have, but also it can be a very intense environment, very loud, lots of people there, and it can be quite intimidating, and some of the children don't feel comfortable to join in. So for those children, we've offered alternatives and been sending out activity packs in the post to the families. So we made them up full of different craft activity, a few sensory items, some bubbles, things like that. Put a nice personalised letter in there and sent them off to the families, and they've been very well received, which has been lovely. So but even without the technology, we couldn't keep in touch with our parents and our volunteers, and even things like surveys and consultations online. It's been invaluable.
That's great. It's really impressive to hear about all the work that the charity are doing and how you're managing to cope during the current climate. If people want to help and support the work that you at Me2 Club are doing, what's the best way to do that?
Well, there's a number of ways that you can support us at this current time. We are running a COVID-19 appeal, which is our fundraising that is imperative really to keep the support going. It costs £13 per child to run one of our online sessions, and that's given things like staff costs and things like that. So any donations that can be given to the COVID appeal would be really beneficial. But if you wanted to run your own fundraiser, we've had people doing different challenges for us in their garden, or even people just donating the cost of their weekly coffee that they normally get to treat themselves to, is really, really helpful. But also, things like just supporting our social media, being able to share with people that might be maybe interested in volunteering, or people that can support us. It's all really valuable. So it's greatly appreciated, anything you can do.
Great. Well, it's been really good to talk to you today. So thanks for giving us a bit of an update and a bit of an oversight about Me2 Club. And we'll look forward to catching up again soon.
Brilliant. Thanks, Julie.